The Maori. Maori's original homelands are in Hawaii, which is located somewhere in the Pacific in Polynesia. About 1,000 years ago, the Maori people migrated to Aotearoa, New Zealand, in canoes called waka. For each waka, it had its own history. They are now settled in New Zealand. New Zealand has been inhabited by the Maori since approximately 1300 AD. In 1835, the Declaration of Independence of New Zealand was signed by 34 Maori chiefs. On February 6, 1840, the Treaty of Waitangi between the Maori and the Crown was signed. The treaty guaranteed Maori full possession of their land in exchange for their recognition of British sovereignty.
The weather and climate for the people of New Zealand is very important. Many of the New Zealanders make their living from the land. The climate is very sunny throughout the county. Their temperature is mild and not too often do they get some high rainfall. For New Zealand, their seasons are a bit different than ours in Texas. Their season of spring takes place during the month of September, October, and November. The summer is December, January, and February, while their autumn and winter take place during our spring and summer, which is March, April, May, June, July, and August.
The fertility rate for the Maori people was quite blurry until the 1960s. The data shows fertility rates rising after 1840. Women during the 1920s to 1965 had an average of 6 to 7 children. There was a peak between 1958 and 1961, with 4 births per woman. The Maori rates have increased throughout the time.
For New Zealand, Maori people, hospitality, looking and caring after visitors, no matter what their standing in society is, a prime importance. The traditional value of Manda Kitanga in Maori culture has had a positive influence on the unique Kiwi-style hospitality that makes a New Zealand visit memorable. The Maori also have a creative way of saying hello by leaning towards one another and letting their noses and foreheads touch. The Maori also have a tamoko, which is also known as a Maori tattoo. It is a core component of Maori culture and an outward expression of commitment and respect. Here is a short clip of the Maori cultural dance.
Since the 1970s, Maori culture and language have experienced a major renaissance in New Zealand and claim self-determination, self-governance, and land resource rights. Maori politics have been dominated by the necessity of making terms with the Europeans' world and way of life. In general, the race has formed itself into 2 groups, the political advanced and the conservative.
Polynesians who settled in New Zealand carried an economy with them. Resources that were local were easily gathered. When resources began to run out, the Maori people began to adopt more suitable economy that was based on kumara and fern root. When Europeans arrived, the Maori people began to trade food, especially pigs and potatoes.
The Maori people make a huge impact in most of the New Zealand culture. Without the Maori, New Zealand visits would not be as memorable as they are today.